So my story with CBD was many years old. I was diagnosed with epilepsy when I was 19. I still take medication for the epilepsy. It's completely under control with medication. But I suffered for 8 years with really horrible side effects from the medication. And it just became life. I said, I'm just somebody who struggles to sleep and stay asleep. And the problem with epilepsy is that sleeplessness can also trigger a seizure, but the medication causes sleeplessness in some people. Then you have to buy the other medication to counter that side effect. So after 8 years, I was introduced to CBD, and I discovered it at a trade show. And I think it was the brand Charlotte's Web. I started taking Charlotte's Web. I took it it must have been about 4 to 5 months. Within a week or two, my sleep was better. I was sleeping deeper. Within a month, irritability got better. I was just less anxious as a person. By month 4, I had gotten rid of every single symptom that I was dealing with for 8 years. And they've never come back since. That's just today's society, right? Everybody wants everything now. But if you really want something good, or if you want to not just, brush leaves over the problem and actually fix it at the roots, you have to give it time. It started with myself, my partner James, who's the CEO, and another friend of ours, and each of us kind of came together with different ideas in mind. We were having meetings for almost a year before June 9th happened. Once June 9th happened, I think we took a little bit of time because we were like, is this real? Can you actually do this? We formulated that we were going to come out with a dispensary chain that was going to focus on quality, it was going to focus on education, and it was going to focus on a very inviting atmosphere. So our goal was 1, to destigmatize, 2, to educate, and 3, to kind of, as cliche as it sounds, elevate the industry, right? So what we saw was you would go in, we'd see, not really organized looking, dark, loud rap music or loud rock music, So people like my parents are going to feel uncomfortable walking into a store like that where there's, heavy gangster rap music and it's dark and they don't really, the people behind the counter don't look so approachable possibly, which is why we went with this look. We went with bright, we went with plants, light colors, earth tones, things that generally are more welcoming. And I feel that has a profound effect on the people walking in because, 1, we get compliments for it, right? People say, okay, it's nice, it's refreshing to walk into a store that is just a retail store. I don't feel like I'm in an underground place or a bad place. I'm coming here because I have trouble with anxiety and I want to feel comfortable talking to people about that. And also trust the person who's recommending a product for me. And the older generation also are dealing with maybe back pain or sleeplessness or anxiety, and they feel comfortable coming here because you walk in, there's no pressure to buy, first of all. A customer can walk in and ask any question they want. If they just want to come in, get educated and leave, they're more than welcome to do that. And we encourage people to do that because one thing that's really lacking right now is an educated market.
I would say mostly is people who never smoked before. But everything is come from experience. Sometimes Google just give you 100 of answer in one questions that you ask them. So I think that is why all of the customer wants to come into the store and ask the staff that basically got experience and got trained and got all of the information that can provide it for them specific.
The battle on education is such an interesting topic here, and I have conversations about it almost daily. All of our staff, not just the bud tenders, marketing, retail expansion, all of these guys attend mandatory weekly classes on cannabis. They need to be educated first. So it's our responsibility to make sure that our staff is highly educated on this and that everybody is a cannabis expert. For us, it's about how can we protect our customers? How do we keep them safe and happy and coming back? They're getting product that's free of mold, that's not degraded in terms of the cannabinoids and the terpene profile. So we do the final check here when it's at the store, and we also have a custom built, temperature and humidity controlled fridge everything goes into that right away once it's checked, weighed, and stored, protected from UV and all of that sort of stuff. So we really believe that what we sell at our stores are the best of the best in the country. Okay, so we're here now at the Prompong outlet. This is our headquarters, as we call it, or our very first store. The goal is that whenever you enter a Siam Green store, you always have the exact same experience in terms of quality, the atmosphere, the vibe, and of course the products. Some of the stuff you see here are, our own branded merchandise. We have hats, rolling papers, trays, all of this type of stuff. And other products on the counter. Here's where we keep all of our flour. On the left here, and this is something that we are very proud of. So this is our health wall. All of these products won't get you high. All of these are strictly functional, and we have CBD products, we have CBD bath products, tinctures, functional mushrooms as well. In the other store you have some kratom products too. So all of these are just targeting different aspects of health, whether it's sleep or it's maybe blood pressure or anxiety, skin problems like eczema. And below that we have all of our apparel. I want to take you around the back here and show you our probably proudest point of every store. What you see here is a custom built temperature and humidity controlled storage unit where we keep all of our flour. And the reason we do this is because cannabis is extremely sensitive. So you can see everything in there is in UV protected jars. Cannabis is very sensitive to light, to humidity, to all of these things, and this essentially protects the product from mold, from cannabinoid degradation, and keeps our customers safe. I felt immense joy and pride when we had our first store. When we had our very first customer walk in, it was just like, okay, we've done it, it's happening and it's running. When we have our first problem, in that sense, it's totally like having a kid, where each thing that happens is like a milestone, right? I think one thing that's complicated about this business right now is that we deal with all the same issues you do in any business. There's all the problems with the business, but you also deal with political volatility and uncertainty in where things are headed. If things are headed this way and the regulations are more about safety, it's really about how do we get safe products to a consumer, which I think is where the regulations should be held. We'd be looking at hopefully 12 to 18 months, at that point maybe having between 10 to 20 stores. As looking at the entire industry, we would hope for more education. Thailand does have a very cool community vibe when it comes to this. People get together very quickly, they share information very quickly. If everything is status quo, I would just hope for more and more stores and more people and working with more farms and things like that as well.